Pete is a cross between a horse and a zebra. I found him at an exotic animal auction. The people at the auction warned me not to take him because zebras and zebra crosses are very dangerous as they are wild. Unlike horses, they don't really want to be with people. He was very fearful of humans and untrusting. He wasn't in the best shape. And as soon as I saw him, I knew that there was something special about him. So I wanted to bring him home and see how I could help him. I'm happy to say we got him. He's on the trailer. He's coming home. When I opened the trailer to the pasture, he ran out and he rolled in the dirt, and he got to live on 3 acres with other horses. He definitely relaxed from how he was at the auction, but I just knew that it wasn't fully his best life. I spent a lot of time just sitting in the pasture with him, just spending time and giving him space so he could decide to approach me if he wanted to. Or if I approached him and he put his ears back, I would back off to say, hey, I saw that. I see that you're uncomfortable. It's okay. I'm not going to force you. And over time, he started to let me into his bubble, into his space a little bit more. We both realized that he really likes his ears being scratched. That's really how we started to bond. And he would come up to me and just drop his head and tilt his ear towards me like, hey, can you scratch my ear, please? He would roll his eyes back in his head because it felt so good to have his ears scratched.
Oh God, that ear right now, Mr. Brett. You got it.
That's really ultimately how I started to gain his trust. I got to the point where I could put a halter on. Some days he just would refuse it. And through that halter training, I was able to lead him around a bit and he would follow me. We could go on little walks. I never rode him. I didn't think that would be possible. It's really not possible with zebras or zebra crosses because they are so innately wild. And so I spent a year gentling him so that he would get used to people and could be safe around people. And we formed a really good relationship where he would start to come up to me and want to be pet, and I could alter him a little bit. But he was always kind of on edge and not fully trusting of me or anybody. So being in a domesticated life just wasn't the best option for him. He just really wanted to be wild. And luckily I reached out to Skydog Sanctuary, which is a wild Mustang sanctuary in Oregon, and they agreed to take him. I think he's about 10 now. He lives there with hundreds of other horses on thousands of acres, and he just gets to be wild and free, living his best life, and he has a little herd of mares that he runs with every day. He's just so happy there.